Who doesn't love a good macaroni and cheese? But when you're trying to lose weight, pasta is definitely not on the table. But today, I'm going to show you a macaroni and cheese. So come along and lean and green with me. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Elizabeth and I am living in the light. What that means is that I am documenting my weight loss transformation using the Optavia 5-in-1 program. Part of that program is to eat a lean and green meal every day that consists of 5 to 7 ounces of protein and 3 servings of lower carbohydrate vegetables. If you want more information about Optavia, please just send me a message. My contact information is in the description box below. I am not an independent Optavia coach, but I can certainly point you in the right direction. So today, for our macaroni and cheese recipe, we are going to need some cooked cauliflower, which I've already weighed out. We are going to need reduced fat. It called for Colby Jack, but I could find the Mexican blend reduced fat. We also need some reduced fat sharp cheddar. We will need a little bit of half and half. We will need some reduced fat cream cheese, dry mustard or ground mustard powder, garlic powder, onion powder, and salt. So I'm going to start out with 2 tablespoons of half and half. This is just regular half and half. I don't normally use this, but my husband does. So just 2 tablespoons, it's not a lot. That counts as, I think, a condiment maybe. So that you need that. And then you're going to use 2 tablespoons of reduced fat cream cheese, which I looked that up, and that weighs out at 22 grams. So I'm going to weigh out 22 grams of this cheese because trying to do it in a measuring spoon isn't going to work very well. So I've got my scale on. I'm going to set my scale to 0, and then I'm going to set it to grams, and then I want to measure out 22 grams of this cream cheese. Oh, look at that. It was exactly 22 grams. So I'm going to drop that in there. And then I'm also going to measure out an 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt. And then 1/4 of a teaspoon of garlic powder. Onion powder. Oh no, this is dry mustard. And onion powder. And then I'm going to put this on the stove. I'm not going to show you doing this. But I'm going to put this on the stove and just heat it very lightly just to melt the cream cheese. I don't want it to come to a boil. And as soon as I have that ready, then I will come back and show you the next step. Before I add the cheese in, I'm going to set aside 2 ounces of this cheese because I'm going to use that on the top. All right, so there's my cheese set aside for the top. I have just heated this enough so that the cream cheese is melted. I am going to add this cheese in, pop it back on the stove, and let the cheese melt, and then I will be right back. Okay, I don't think it's really gonna melt, so I'm just gonna go ahead and leave it the way it is. I'm gonna dump in my cauliflower, and then I'm gonna mix this all together as best as I can. That looks really good. All right, so I have these 2 little cast iron dishes. I'm really not sure if this is actually gonna work. I don't know if I have enough room in here, but we're gonna try to kind of pack it in and see what happens. If it doesn't, I'll just dump it out and just do it in one baking dish. These little dishes are perfect. I have never used them before, so we'll see how this goes. I'm gonna put half of the cheese on top of each one. My oven is preheated to 350 degrees. And I'm gonna slide these in for 20 to 25 minutes, and I'll show you what they look like when they come out. So they really needed a little bit of broiling. I probably should have kept an eye on them a little bit, maybe not done 4 minutes. Probably should have just done 3, but I don't mind that at all, and it's gonna be nice and crispy. You can see it is boiling hot right now. So these are gonna cool for a little while before I can enjoy one. So I'm going to enjoy this as soon as it is cool enough to eat as my lean and green. The recipe is in the description box down below. And if you have any questions, please let me know. If you haven't already hit the like button, please do that. Also, I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell if you want to be notified when I post new content. I try to post a couple of videos a week. And until the next time that I see you, please live in the light.